in the town, it has been beyond anyone's wildest expectations. Nowhere could you think that hockey fans would be this good to a team at any level. The fans and the town have treated everyone involved in this organization like we're something special, and I don't think there is any way we can repay the people of Lafayette in this area, Acadiana, for what they have shown us. I mean, we can try, but I don't think there's any way any of us feel we could repay them.
But they did give something back to the fans. An unbelievable end to an unbelievable season. With only 3 games left to play, the IceGators were in first place in the South Division, 1 point ahead of the Tallahassee Tiger Sharks. And of course, who were the last 3 games against? The Tiger Sharks. 1 in Tallahassee and 2 here at the Cajun Dome. And of course, it all came down to the final game.
Well, everybody's kind of nervous. You know, it was a big game for us. The coach had told us, you know, going into last weekend we were playing Tallahassee. Well, Tallahassee was in second, we were in first. And we needed to win 2 out of 3. It didn't matter how. And going into the last game, we had to win. If we lost or lost in a shootout, we could have potentially ended up going from first to third in our own league. So
it was funny, before the game I was joking that since this is for the division title, let's do away with the shootout and just go to overtime. Let's just do a sudden death overtime thing and settle it the way men are supposed to settle hockey games. So sure enough, it goes to a shootout, and I don't think in any time before have I ever been involved in anything that intense or that exciting.
Aaron Bowe picks up the puck at center ice. Here he comes. Goes to his right. Bowe comes in, fakes the forehand, shoots and scores! Aaron Bowe goes top shelf, and in round 2, it's 1-0 IceGators. Ingraham skates forward, picks up the puck. Ingraham over the blue line. Ingraham comes in, shoots and scores. Ingraham took his time, shot it up over Manilow. It's 1-1 midway through round 3. Here comes John DePork. DePork with the puck. Comes in on Richards, shoots, scores! DePork just flipped it over the shoulder, under the crossbar. It's 2-1 midway through the shootout. Round 4 coming up. Trevor Jobe, he's gonna take his time. He skates slowly. Jobe right up the middle. Comes in, shoots, scores. Beats Manilow high to the blocker side. It is tied at 2 midway through round 4. Here we go. Schwartz comes in. Schwartz, left-handed shot, fakes a slap shot, shoots, misses! The IceGators come down to this. A goal, and they win the South Division. It's got to be Ron Handy. Doug Shedden looking around the bench. Here he comes, the wily veteran Ron Handy with a chance to win the South Division title. Ron Handy with a chance to win it all. Here he comes. Handy up the middle over the blue line. Looking at Richards to the backhand. He scores! He scores! The IceGators win the South Division title! Bedlam in the Cajun Dome. The Gators have gone from expansion to champions in just 1 year.
I've been doing that move for about a century now, and you know, it just came natural. I think the pressure was more on that goaltender. He's younger. He hasn't been in situations like that, and you know, I just went down and did that move, and he opened his legs, and that's where I put it. Just like a bunch of relief, weight off my shoulder, you know, being the older guy on the team and the more experienced, and to end up in first and give the fans here the deserving first place in the Southern Division.
69 games, 3 periods of hockey, and it comes down to the final shooter, the final showdown of the last game of the year. It was beyond. It was when you write up an ending for a season this successful. You wrote that, okay, let's get the last game down, division title, and we go to a shootout. Everyone, I mean, you throw that script out like, come on, you don't do that. But it came down to that, and when the IceGators won, I don't think I've ever seen that kind of a celebration, except maybe when the Rangers won the Stanley Cup a couple of years ago. It is, everyone told me in this town there has been nothing like it ever in Lafayette.
The IceGators clinched the South Division title by only 2 points and were to play the 5th place team, the Jacksonville Lizard Kings. Unfortunately, the IceGators' dream season was to end in the first round to the Lizard Kings. But in the 5th and decisive game of the series, the IceGators broke yet another record, playoff game attendance, with a sellout crowd of 11,042.
Playoffs is a really hard thing. it's so do or die, and especially in a 3-game series. 4 games it seems. I know it's only 1 game difference, but it seems like you have so much more time. When we fell behind early in the series, again, we felt that pressure to win, and I think we should have won. We had a better hockey team. I thought we outplayed them, but they seemed to get the bounces, and again, maybe a few calls here and there, a power play, or and they come up big. I can't say, I take my hats off, and they played really well.
I'm a little disappointed, or a lot disappointed, that we didn't go further. When you look at the Final Four right now, that I feel that we should have been there. But you learn lessons in life, and we did have a lot of success as far as we did win the South Division in our first year, and the bad is we lost to Jacksonville in the first round of the playoffs. But that's something that I will learn, and hopefully we'll be a better team next year.
And with each new season begins a new story. Some players stay and others leave. But the IceGators have shown that every season can be an exciting season. The addition of the Baton Rouge Kingfish to the East Coast Hockey League brought a new twist to hockey in Louisiana. Here are some of the IceGators' thoughts on hockey in Baton Rouge.
I think it'll be good for the rivalry factor, because the people of Lafayette have for so long wanted to do something against Baton Rouge, and USL and LSU don't play. And this is going to be something which is really going to be special, because there are going to be battle lines drawn, which is going to be fun. It may hurt the IceGators a little bit in the fact that some of the people that came over from Baton Rouge won't be coming over now. That might hurt a little bit, but I think from the rivalry standpoint, if you have to hype a game between Louisiana IceGators and the Baton Rouge, whatever they're going to be, then there's something wrong.
And I think for next year, obviously the repeat as the South Division winners again would be a goal. But also we're building to win the Riley Cup, and I don't think we're a whole lot of steps away this year. We're very close, I felt. So if we can put those right pieces together and build a team that's going to be maybe more of a defensive team, where we're going to win those 3-2, 4-2 games every night, and get some good goaltending this year. So we're just going to build a team that's going to have guys that are going to work hard and have a lot of character.
I think you can expect a lot of the same thing. As long as Doug Shedden's coach here, he's going to have a winning team. There's no question about that. And if he doesn't have a winning team, he'll trade the whole team until he gets a winning team. So it'll be a lot of the same styles. Sheds is a tough coach who likes to have one of the toughest teams in the league, and we definitely had that this year. And he'll bring in the guys who want to win and who will win and go to the wall or go through a wall for him. And they're going to have. It's going to start out the same way. There's going to be lots of fights and rough stuff. But then as the year goes on, it'll trail off, and it will just get to prove that we can play the game like we did towards the end of the year when we knocked Tallahassee off in the last series to win the South Division championship.
And the fans have never been disappointed with entertainment and on-ice promotions either.
There'll be a lot more planning as to on-ice promotions and what we can do to make them more fun than they were this year. They were good this year, but we want to get better at them next year, and just provide entertainment so that fans just don't, the concession people probably don't want to hear this, but that they don't want to leave their seat, because they're going to be looking forward to what's going to be happening between periods.
Could it mean that hockey will have a long life in Louisiana?
Honestly, this is city-wise, people-wise, and hockey-wise, this is probably the best place I've played in my career so far. But the people here are just taking to it like wildfire, and I just think it's great, and I think it's going to be down here for a really long time.
I really believe that we're going to build a hockey tradition here that will carry on for a long, long period. We will continue to bring a quality team with good entertainment for a family at affordable prices. And from everything I've seen, I don't think it's going away. I think it's going to stay.
Well, I hear they're putting more seats in this beautiful spot, so I think if we have a good product to put on the ice, a good team that's exciting to watch, that we probably will break the record again. Starting to know the personality of these partying people down here, I don't think there's any question about it.
For the 1997-98 season, the IceGators sold more than 8,000 season tickets and are breaking attendance records as predicted. Last season, they made it to the Kelly Cup Finals, but they're still awaiting the celebration like the one after winning the South Division. And as we know down here in Louisiana, it's only a matter of time. I'm T.D. Smith, wishing you, the IceGator fans, many more pleasurable years of IceGator hockey.
Unbelievable, Bruce.